Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with me, your most notorious groupie, Alice Mouse, author of this guy right here, Not Even Half the Story. Where you can get that, these other books, my merchandise, all down in that description. So go down, fiddle about, use that finger. It can be fun. And speaking of fun, you guys here are just totally amazing. You're a total blast. I love meeting everybody down in those comments through all of our diversities. We always find common ground here, and I think that's absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for being a badass family, a badass community. For everybody that's down in the comments, that's not down in the comments, subscribed, not subscribed, that's watching, thank you so much, you guys. Sorry, kind of had a little burp happen in there. I'm a lady, I promise. When I'm out of the house anyway. But okay. And today's topic, you guys, I ran across a headline that was like the oldest living rockers. And I thought, ooh, that's kind of cool. But then I'm like, it's kind of boring. So we're going to twist that little list today. And the oldest living rockers, are they fuckable? Because we all know in my 20s, I would not date anybody under 40 unless it was Vincent Ball. Every man I dated was in their 40s, in their 50s, English rock stars. You know what? I was devouring them like fucking Sunday brunch and mimosas. Like white women on mimosas. Yep. Oh, and speaking of today, we are going to finish this off. I started drinking it on my last episode. Little beer by Diestel. They have different flavors. This is their Mosaic and Cascade hop ones, which is going to be a little bit more that kind of bold taste, slight bitterness, really kind of fresh, nice little summery beer. So they have different hop ones, different flavors. So if you guys find this, pick it up. Then let's kick up our feet. Have a little cocktails and fucktails, I guess. Cheers, big ears. Yeah, nice, typical nice hoppy little color. I poured it a minute ago, so there's no head, but I can take care of that. Leave a little foam behind, maybe. Speaking of leaving a little foam behind, let's see which one of these rockers. So I've got about 15 on this list so far. Because there's a lot of older living rockers. And these are all ones that I have not met. That I might have met them that I've not been with. So, because there are some other older rockers, that might be more fuckable than these guys, but I'm going to go for the ones that I haven't slept with, which is kind of hard to find the way I devoured them in fucking 90s into the 2000s yesterday. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, okay. So number 1 on the list, Keith Richards. I'm going to say yes just out of curiosity, but I think it would be interesting. I think there would be a lot of mumbling, kind of little smiles, definitely get on top. He would definitely want you on top a lot. Little, honking the horn action. Would he be spectacular? No, I think for me, it would be like fucking my brother, because that's a little stage that way if you're facing it. Stage left if you're on it. Kind of like fucking my brother. So no, Keith Richards is a no for me. But I think he might be good. I think he might be fun. I think there would be definitely some adventurism, because he's still climbing coconut trees at 80, So yeah, Lord knows what else he can climb. All right, next one on the list, David Gilmour. I've heard rumors about David Gilmour and his size. Supposed to be a very, very nice size. That kind of girth, right? So it's supposed to be very, very good size. So that alone would definitely, I'd be like, yeah, and he is still kind of handsome. He still has that kind of blue-eyed David Gilmour kind of, he can get up to some mischief kind of stuff. So, and I bet you anything he eats, good pie. He likes pie. And I bet you he just devours it like an apple pie from that, what was that movie? American Pie. whatever it was. So, David Gilmour, yeah, David Gilmour's a yes. I would. Keith Richards, no. David Gilmour, yes. Now, Bob Dylan. Okay, so technically I have met Bob Dylan. Well, not technically. I have met Bob Dylan, and that's a story I have not told yet. Met him in my Vegas years with Cousin Amy. Sorry, you guys. My allergies are just so bad. My throat is so bad. So, sorry if I'm... And I'm talking real fast, running out of air because I'm not swallowing right. Or inhaling. I always swallow right unless you're Kip Winger. But okay, so yeah, I met Bob Dylan in Las Vegas, kind of haphazardly. He was playing the Joint in the Hard Rock when the Joint was like a 3,000-seater and not like the huge arena it became before it closed. My Hard Rock closed. My home away from home. But so Bob Dylan, no. That's a definite no. Because he would be very judgmental that you were fucking him because you're just a dumb groupie whore, right? And, why don't you think more of yourself, man? And definitely you would have to do all the work. I think he would be kind of a lazy fuck. Yeah, no. I think he probably doesn't have good girth either. It's more of kind of a pencil when you're halfway through it. Not the thick ones, but the regular number 2s. So definitely no to Bob Dylan so far. Okay. Next one on the list, Paul McCartney, don't even have to... No. I used to, that was like the first rock star that I was like, oh, I want to marry him when I was like 7. But then I had sex when I was older. Not when I was 7, oh my God, that sounded bad. But then when I started having sex with rock stars, I was like, no, Paul McCartney's going to be so vanilla. He's not going down on you. He's going to want a little Bobby action, tap, 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 get down there. But it's going to be kind of very vanilla, kind of very, no, it's okay if you don't come. I did. Or maybe I don't care if I come. I think it's just going to be very pasty English breakfast. And I'm not into blood sausage. So, definitely a no to Paul McCartney. Yeah, kind of like a wet noodle. And not just the man part, but the whole man. I think would just be kind of like, I'm a wet noodle. Okay, so moving on. Because, we're done with Paul McCartney. Frankie Valli. Oh, yeah, I think I would definitely... That little Jersey boy, he's small, but he got something to prove, and he's got a third leg that he's fucking pitching that tent with. Because I think Frankie Valli would be fun. I think he would get up to some good stuff. I think he would definitely go down. He would not get a tap, tap, tap from me. So, yeah. I'm going to say Frankie Valli got something to prove. But then again, he has nothing to prove because he's Frankie Valli. He's already been there. He writes some pretty good cheeky songs with his partner. And I don't know why this one's even on here, the next one. I really don't, because they're not a rock star. They're married to one. Their music has been art, if you want to call it art. Yoko Ono. No, she's definitely a no, because all I can think is the outback happening in my face and armpits, that she could braid. And maybe smelling a little much too like the dark corner of the Dakota where it's all musty and kind of moldy. But musty. Yeah, musty. And plus, could you imagine what she's going to sound like when she's going to have the big O? No, thank you. No, thank you. I've heard her sing. That's a no. You know what? I think she's an incredible woman to get through everything she went through in her life. I think she's definitely part of pop history. She's iconic like that. But is she fuckable? No. Like I said, it's musty and hairy. Ugh. Okay. So the next one that comes up, Buddy Guy. And I didn't write the ages down, so I'm sorry, but we all know that they're old anyway. Okay, so Buddy Guy. Okay, I think he'd be too old to get a little, sale happening, Couldn't get the sail up, so to speak. Gonna have to walk the plank, but I think he'd be good with his mouth. So I might give that a ride. I might get on that kitty ride. Yeah, absolutely. And I bet you he has fat fingers. Make Lars Ulrich jealous. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. No, I'm not. Anyway, next one on the list. And this might be a short little episode today because we'll move through a little quick. And I just thought this would be kind of a funny little thing to react to because it'll be fun to hear you guys' comments as well. All right, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. Oh, wait, no, I said Smokey Robinson. I didn't go to Smokey Robinson. Okay, all right. I could do a little Smokey. I bet you he'd be smooth. Silky smooth and just have all the right moves and know how to take you down right and easy. He's going to make sure you have a good time too. So I think Smokey Robinson would be, yeah. Just because I think he's got the good moves. Definitely. If he's anything like his music, whoo, baby. Okay, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. That's a definite no. That's a no. That's a no. Because you don't know which personality he's going to have in the middle of it. He could switch, and that's another one I think that he would just be a little too germaphobe type of happening, and that wouldn't be very comfortable, you know what I mean? So I think Brian Wilson's a no. I think you would have to do all the work, and he probably wouldn't even come, and you would just be tired. Definitely a no. Next one, Rod Stewart. Fuck no. I've heard he's hung like a fucking peanut. So no. And I've heard he's not that great between the sheets because he's kind of egotistical and quick. So yeah, Mr. Peanut to Rod Stewart, we're going to say no. Billy Joel. So I'm thinking Billy Joel would definitely be good with his hands, definitely know what to do with his fingers. I think he's used to having something right there in his face and just making some pretty music. So I think he would go down and do a pretty good job at it. Like he could definitely sing those ABCs with good harmony and vibration. Definitely. Would he be the best in bed? No, but I think he'd be very satisfying. Like you would both have a good time, get off, but it wouldn't be the kind of big O that you want to pass out from. It would just be nice tingly. You're happy to be there type of thing. So I'm going to say yes to Billy Joel. And the next one, Ringo Starr, definitely going to fuck him over Paul McCartney any day. I think Ringo Starr, yeah. I think he's definitely got some moves. He's always happy. He's going to be happy to be. You're going to be happy to be there. I think everybody's going to be happy all the way around. By the looks of his pinky, he's got a pretty decent girth. Good size, not the biggest one in the band. I think maybe George Harrison was. But I think Ringo Starr, you would definitely have fun with him and definitely be good between the sheets. And he'd buy you breakfast in the morning and probably get a nice massage with you, a couple's massage afterwards. Okay. Couple's massage afterwards can be a good time. All right, Ronnie Wood. No. Well, no. He's too little for me. I think I'd break him in half. Like, he's too skinny. I'm muscular. I definitely have muscles. A little bit of overweight right now, but definitely have muscles. And I think with my legs alone, I would crack him like I was a nutcracker and he was a peanut. Plus, I don't think he might go down, but his nose might poke a little too hard at the, little man in the boat, so to speak. And not in a good way. Not in a good way, because I think he'd be too focused to somewhere else, and it would just be kind of scratching it. So definitely no to Ronnie Wood. The next one, Simon and Garfunkel, no to both of those. Paul Simon supposedly has been kind of a shitty husband to Edie Brokenhill from Edie Brookhill, the new Bohemians. But I don't see either of them being good. Like Simon. Okay, so you know that movie, it's Sex and the City, where Kim Cattrall, Samantha, thinks she's going through menopause. She's not getting her monthly anymore. So she sleeps with that kind of creepy older neighbor guy. And he's like, it's just weird sex. I think that's what it would be with Simon, with Garfunkel. And Simon, it would just be angry. Because he can... You'd ask if it was in, and he'd be like, for 10 minutes, you're like, oh. Okay. So definitely a no to Simon and Garfunkel. John Fogerty. You know what? I might John Fogerty. That might be a good one, actually. I probably would John Fogerty. I think he'd be fun. I think he'd go down. I think he'd throw you around in a couple of positions. Not as many as he would, and not as forcefully as he used to. You know, toss you around like a rag doll. I think he'd be fun. I think he'd definitely stay in the bed, but I think he'd be fun. So I'd probably definitely go with John Fogerty. So that's all I have on the list right now. But there's others. There's lots and lots of others, like Bill Wyman. Like, yeah, that's a definite no. He'd be too much like a king and probably deep and slow, but still be a no. You'd get no-o. No-o. So there you guys go. Tell me other ones down in that description that are yay or nay for you, for the older rock stars, 70 and above. Because, like I said, we all know that I liked to be those rockers when they were in their 40s and 50s. Oh, yeah. I devoured fucking dirty old English rock stars, and I fucking loved every second of it. So tell me, you guys, which ones you would love every second of, which ones you might not give a second to. Go down in that comments, fiddle about. And thank you to everybody who got to the end of the episode with me. Hope you had fun. Hope you had a little bit of a laugh. And thank you for just being the awesome community, awesome family that you guys are here. And for those of you just lurking, come down from the nosebleeds, get backstage, become part of the family here. We've got so many amazing people. And I love that you're not just bonding and talking to me. I love that you're all talking to each other. And I might not always see your comments because sometimes when a thread gets so old, it doesn't always notify me anymore. And I don't take away the comments unless you're threatening, harassing, bullying, as we know that can happen. So if your comments are being removed, I'm so sorry. It's not me, and if I haven't seen them, I'm sorry. Don't take it personally, because YouTube even removes my own comments from my own channel for no reason when we think it's perfectly fine, right? So yeah, don't be afraid. Go down in that comment, say what you got to say. If I don't see it, then repost it in a way that it might be posted. And yeah, just keep chatting, because I love how you guys are all chatting with each other, especially you Metallica ladies. You rock. I love the not little community, but the friendships you guys have here, the community you guys have built with each other. I think that's amazing. So thank you guys for doing that here with me. And as always, like I said, thank you for getting to the end of the episode with me, you guys. And we will see you on next time on Cocktails Rocktails. Oh, hit the subscribe, hit the share, hit my bells. We'll see you next time on Cocktails Rocktails. Cheers, big ears.